Hello, I'm Nehemiah. If you want to write and speak English language clearly and correctly, you need to learn the basic structure of English sentence. What's an English sentence? A sentence is a group of words that express a complete thought or idea. I take that again. A sentence, a group of words that convey, express, communicate a complete thought or idea. Our English sentence has four basic elements: the subject, the predicate, the complement, and the adjunct, which we call SPCA. Now, S there is for the subject, then P is the predicate, then C is the complement, and then A is the adjunct. A good English sentence, simple sentence, complex sentence, depend on the one you want to form, should have a subject, a predicate, a complement, and the adjunct. Now, what's a subject? Let's take the first one, subject. The subject is the doer or the performer of the action. The subject could be a noun or a pronoun. I take that again. The subject is the doer or the performer of the action. The subject could also be a noun or a pronoun. Let's look at this example. Let's say Tunde bought a new house yesterday. Tunde bought a new house yesterday. Now, the subject there is Tunde. We have another one that says she kicked the ball. She kicked the ball. Now, the subject there is she. Remember, the subject here is Tunde. She kicked the ball. The subject is she. Tunde bought a new house yesterday. The subject is Tunde. Now we have this. New York is a large city. New York is a large city. New York is what is being talked about. So New York is the subject. All right. Since we have known what a subject is, we move to the next thing, the predicator or the predicate. Now, what's the predicate? The predicate is the compulsory element of a sentence. I take that again. The predicate is also known as verb. This is also known as verb. Of course, we are told that a verb is an action word. That is correct, but not completely correct. A predicate or a verb is a compulsory element of a sentence. Why is it called a compulsory element of a sentence? Number one, without the predicate, without the verb or the predicate, the sentence will be meaningless. The sentence will be useless. And the sentence will be senseless. Let's make an example for you. He killed the goat. He killed the goat. Now, the action word or the doing word in this sentence is killed. Now we have killed. But if I should take my duster and clean up killed, he, the goat, you can now understand that without the verb or the predicate, the sentence will be meaningless, useless, and senseless. Let me take away the verb from this sentence I have on the side of the bird. This is the verb bought. This is the verb kicked. You see, this is the verb is. Now, Tunde a new house yesterday. It doesn't make sense. But if I replace the verb there, Tunde bought a new house yesterday. That makes a complete sense. Remember, a sentence must convey a complete thought or idea. Now, we have she kicked the ball. So, kicked there is the verb or the predicate. Now, we have New York is a large city. So, is there is the verb or the predicate. We go to the next one, which is the complement. Now, let's replace this one there, killed the goat. We have the next thing there, which is the complement. Whenever an action is performed, it is transferred to the receiver. The action is passed on from the doer to the receiver. The receiver of the action is known as complement. Let's have this example. She or he likes oranges. Now, which of these words is the receiver of the action? Oranges. She likes oranges. Oranges is the complement in this sentence. We have this. We all know the answer. We all know the answer. The complement there is the answer. The answer is the receiver of the action. Meanwhile, complement can be divided into two. We have subject complement and we have object complement. Let's divide it into two. Let's clean up this. Complement is divided into two. We have the subject complement and then the object complement. For the subject complement, it modifies or it renames the subject. Let's give you the example. I take that again. For the subject complement, it modifies or rename the subject. Let me give you an example. Joy is a doctor. Now, the joy is the subject. The doctor is the complement. The complement renames, modifies the subject. That is the subject complement. This is, we have this one. She is a teacher. She is a teacher. Now, she is the subject. Teacher is the complement. We can now notice it clearly that the subject complement modifies or renames the subject. Now we have the object complement. It's simple. Object complement renames the object or modify the object. We have she made him happy. Now, I want to ask you, what's the object and what is the complement? We have this, the team appointed her captain. The team appointed her captain. Which of these is the object? Which of these words is the complement? Well, without much further ado, the object is him. The complement is happy. Of course, the object here is her, and the complement there is captain. All right, we have known what a subject is. We have known what a predicator or a predicate verb is. We have known what a complement is. Now we have the last one, the adjunct. What is an adjunct? For the adjunct, another word for the adjunct is adverb or adverbials. It's also called the adverb or the adverbials. Now, we have different types of adverbial. We have adverbial clause or phrase of time, of place, of reason, of manner, of conception, of degree. Let's give a complex sentence. All the sentence we have been given before now is not a complex sentence as such. Let's give a complex sentence. Let's say we have this sentence. Tunde speaks English. Okay, Tunde speaks English quickly. Tunde speaks English quickly. Every day, of course, this should be a small letter now. Every day, at 8 o'clock. Very well. Tunde speaks English every day. Tunde speaks English quickly every day at 8 o'clock. Very well. Because he knows grammar. Because he knows grammar. Of course, this should be a small letter now. Because he knows grammar. All right. Small letter. Now, you must be careful with the use of the capital letter and the small letter in a sentence. Notice I made a lot of mistake writing capital letters instead of small letters. Understand that a sentence usually starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. A subject usually starts in a sentence usually start with the capital letter and end with a full stop or with exclamation mark or with a question mark. Now, for you to look at this, Tunde speaks English. Of course, you need to punctuate your sentence very well. I will leave that assignment for you. Punctuate this sentence for me. Give the comma where the comma ought to be. Give the full stop where the full stop ought to be. Now, I'm looking at Tunde speaks English quickly. Quickly, what type of adverb or adverbial is it? Quickly is the adverb, let me use this point, adverb of manner. Now, every day is adverb of frequency. At 8 o'clock is adverb of time. Very well is adverb of degree because he knows grammar. What adverb is that? That's adverb of reason. The reason why he speaks grammar, because he knows grammar. Then the last one is although he is a Yoruba man. That's an adverb of conception. What's the meaning of adverb of conception? This is two contrasting word or contrasting word. That means he's a Yoruba man. How will he be speaking English fluently or correctly or quickly or very well? Because he's a Yoruba man. Why will he speak English like that? Because he knows grammar. It's trying to compare the two statements. This guy is a Yoruba man and he speaks English. And he is not from England, he is not a white man, yet he speaks English. That's an adverb of conception. All right? So, Tunde speaks English quickly every day at 8 o'clock. Very well, because he knows grammar, although he is a Yoruba man. Let's take that again. Tunde speaks English quickly every day at 8 o'clock. Very well, because he knows grammar, although he is a Yoruba man. This is all we've got for you in this class. You can drop your suggestions, you can drop your questions on the comment section. We sure will attend to you. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.